Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Happy House New York City. Tonight we're here to do Extra, the Happy Home Fitness regime with the wonderful Reza Pazooki, who's standing over there. All you need tonight is a bag, a couple of heavy books, a chair, maybe something you can do some little step-ups on, and a towel that you're happy to put on the ground so you can slide around a little bit with, okay? This afternoon, two tote bags. If you have tote bags lying around or grocery bags, you could use those too. We're in the corner with the wonderful artwork of Eva Silbernal, who's in Vienna, Austria. So you're going to be looking at that behind the very handsome Reza, who I'm going to hand over to. I'm going to go over there. Reza's going to come in here. Thank you, Reza. Over to you.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. My name is Reza. So as Tom explained, we're going to use some props from your house, everyday items, and then we'll use some body weight as well. So today will be like a full body workout. I'm going to show you options so that you can increase the intensity or just stick with something that's not so intense. So as you go through the workout today, manage yourself. Have some water handy, take breaks if you need it, and yeah, let's get started. We're just going to start with some basic warm-up moves, air squats. So if you would, take your feet shoulder width apart or wider, and all we're going to do is shoot the butt back, keeping your chest up and dropping low to the floor. You can come to like a 90-degree angle bend here or lower. We're just getting the body to move a bit. Let's go for 10 of these here. And we'll finish up with the 10th one here. Now, I'm going to stay in the squat position. Just lower yourself down to as close to the floor as you can. We're going to lower that butt. Keep your chest up off your legs. So we're not hunched forward, but tall here in the back. Press your elbows into your knees, or the inside of your legs. And just sit here for a moment. You should get a nice little stretch in your inner thighs. Let's give it just a couple breaths. And then from here, everyone, we're going to grab the toes and lift the butt to the sky. Drop your head. A little stretch for your hamstrings. You can shake your head yes and no. And then we're just going to come back into this position. So nice little stretch, especially you've been sitting around all day. Let's just do this a couple more times. 2 deep breaths here. And on the third exhale, grab your toes, bring your hips to the sky, drop your head, you can shake it out a bit, and let's go back into this. This could be a nice position for watching television if you're watching Netflix. You can call this Netflix and stretch if you want. And let's hit this one more time, and then we'll pop up to standing, and we'll just get right into a little bit of a workout. Yeah. So, let's stand up. Okay, we're going to start with a lunge. So, what you'll need really is a stool if you want to use it. We have it's an option. This cute little stool, and keeping a bag handy with weights. We're going to alternate a lunge with a rug for your back. So to start, step one, we're just going to step forward, stand up tall, step forward into a lunge, bending both knees, about a 90-degree angle, and then back. We'll alternate, and what we're going to do is 16 total. Nice and slow. You can do whatever you want with your hands here. You can whatever. For a lot of you, this is probably very easy, so don't worry. We're going to increase the intensity, give you an option for the next set. You probably have cool music like Carly Rae Jepsen playing right now. Let's get a couple more in. So in between this, we will use a duffel bag if you have it. You can use a backpack, anything with two handles in the same bag. This is pre-stuffed a little bit, but you want to make it heavy. So we've got a few books here that Tom has placed here for us. Bags are good for everything, right? So make it heavy. You can put anything in it: books, rice, bags of rice, canned goods, I don't know, heavy stuff, cleaning supplies. Okay, so what we'll do here is we're gonna do a little row for your bag. So once you have your bag, just set it on the floor in front of you. Step to the side of it with each foot, so about shoulder width apart, or a little bit wider than the bag. We're going to bend over, sticking your butt out, and try to keep your back here engaged. So we want to avoid hunching forward or collapsing into it. From here, we'll just grab the bag, take a big inhale, and as you exhale, row this up to your chest. We want to focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together here, keeping your body locked into position other than your arms here. And we're going to go for 10, so this is 5, I think, guys. It's important to look straight ahead of you, so we're like a little bit down. But if you're this way, you might strain your neck, so just keep your body in line. Take an extra effort to really squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, we're exhaling as we pull up, inhaling as we bring this down. You're also getting, depending on how heavy this is, a little bit of a bicep workout in. So we'll finish here, set your bag to the side, and we'll come back to that. So we're going to go back to the lunges. If you want something a little bit more and you have a little bit of balance, we're going to reverse lunge into a balance. So actually we'll step forward here. So you can either do the lunge we just did, the first round, or you can step into a reverse lunge and stand up here into balance. And this position, you can really squeeze your glute on the leg that is on the floor. You can use your arms here to counterbalance. It just takes a little bit more effort. And we'll go for 10 on each side. You should feel this in your quads, a little bit in your glutes. It's nice to create a focal point in front of you. It will help you maintain some balance. And after your 10th one, let's switch legs, shake it out a bit. We'll get into the other side. And just step back, big lunge back, and up to balance. And remember, just to really engage everything in your legs as you stand. So your quads are tight, your butt's tight. If you have bags and you want to add some weight or water bottles or anything, feel free. By this point, you should be feeling a little bit of a burn in the quads, in front of your legs, even if you're just using body weight. Okay, let's finish up with this. Shake your legs out, grab some water if you like. We're gonna go back to these rows. Now is a good time to add weight. If you feel that you'd like some more, you can throw a few more books in there. If you bowling balls are heavy, throw that in. All right, let's go back to this. Again, we're gonna step to the side of the bag. Bend your knees, stick your butt back. And we're not going to collapse into it, right? We're gonna keep that back tight. Exhale as we row. This feels really good, actually. This bag is like the perfect bag for this. I believe you can find this on the Maison 10 website. Like this pebble leather is amazing. I'm kind of a little bit of a bag whore. I don't know about you, but I love a good bag. Let's get 3 more, and at the top, really pull those shoulder blades together, give it a nice squeeze. And on the last one, just set that to the side. We're gonna go back to these lunges one more time. So you have options, right? Step 1, great forward lunge. Step 2, reverse lunge to balance. Option 3 is start from on top of your step or a stool. Anything like 6 to 12 inches would work for this. Anything higher, it's gonna be a little too much. So we're gonna start on top of this. My right foot is centered on the stool. The left leg is going to come back for this. So you kind of have to know your space, where you are in space. We're going to step back, drop down really low. What this does is it gets right into your glutes here, and I think everyone likes that, right? And then we'll come up. You can put your foot, touch your toe to the stool, or you can come up to balance. These are your options. You can also add weight to this if you like. Let's go for 10. We'll call this one 3. If you have sensitive knees, this probably isn't the best choice for you, but if you want to try it, just make sure you're keeping your knee in this position and we're not going to come too far forward or too far back, okay? Now I've lost count, so we'll call this 6. And we'll step down, shake it out, switch it up. So yeah, do this if it's working for you. Make sure you put your left foot in the center of the stool so you don't, so your weight is equally distributed through the stool. All right, let's go for it. All right, we're halfway through this set. Ooh, it feels good. And we'll finish here. Step down, shake out your legs. We're gonna get that stool out of the way. And we'll go back to the rows with one more set, and we'll move on. So remember to grab your bag, place it in between your feet, your legs. Bend over by sticking your butt out and bending at your knees. And let's row. Let's row with purpose here, huh? Squeezing those shoulder blades together, flexing your biceps. And remember to breathe. We're exhaling here, inhaling here. I've already broken a little bit of sweat. I hope you guys have it home too. I think we're only 2 exercises in. Good for us, right? Let's get one more in and let's make it really great. Come up here, hold, 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 and let this come down slowly. We won't be using this bag anymore, so we want to set that to the side. And what we're looking for now is like 2 shopping bags, 2 totes. They don't have to be equal lengths in the handles, but try to make them as equal with the weight as possible. We've already loaded this up with some books, so that they're kind of all set for us. So what we're going to do here is a bicep curl to shoulder press. So you want to grip this, palms facing forward. I kind of leave my thumb out so that these handles can like move around, or they can move around in your hands. So once you have your bags and you're stacked, they're heavy, we're going to come up into a curl. From here, rotate the palms forward and press straight up into a shoulder press. It's a big movement. So start slow, let's get the hang of it, and we're gonna go for 10. When you get to this position, it's important to keep your abs tight, your legs engaged, like flexed, so that we're not bowing back and forth, okay? We'll call this one 3. And if this is feeling light, now's a really good time to add some weight. I'm going to turn to the side, just so you can see what we're doing here. The idea is to flex the core, press straight up. If you find that you're swinging a bit like this, just take the weight down a little bit. Let's do one more together. And set these down. So what we're going to do is a little iso squat against a wall. We didn't mention earlier that you'll need some space against the wall. I'm going to avoid putting my body against the beautiful art, but we're going to find a nice little space that just fits your body. We're going to come into a squat here. Lower yourself into like what would be like a sitting position. Roll your shoulders back up against the wall. Pull your abs in. We're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. It seems really simple, but sometimes the simple things are the hardest, right? So we're 10 seconds in, and it's already burning me here. There's another great thing you could do while you're watching Netflix, whatever your show is. Oh my gosh, this 30 seconds is crazy long, right? So we have 5 seconds left. And when you're finished, just like stand up, shake it out. Let's go back to these curl presses. So grab your like really cool totes. And let's place them by our hands. So what we'll do, when we start this too, we're going to exhale for the bicep. Deep inhale here, and exhale back up. So if you want to breathe, you can do 2 breaths, or you can take a big inhale down here, and exhale all the way up for 1, just depending on how you feel. It's a big movement, it's good. If you're up for it, you can add a squat to this. These bags are a little bit long for that. You can stand on a stool, or like a bench, your bed, or you can tie a knot in the handles and make them shorter. Let's call this one 5. I certainly hope you're sweating at home and you have water handy. Let's get 3 more in here, right? Yeah. Again, you should feel this in your shoulders, a little bit in your biceps here. Keeping your core tight as you press up. Let's get 1 more. Exhale as you push up. And let these go. You can shake out your arms a bit. Nice job. So we'll come back to the wall for another 30 seconds. And you have an option now to do it with 1 leg off the floor. So be careful if your floor is slippery or your shoes don't have a lot of traction. They might slide forward a bit, so just be mindful. This floor is a little bit slippery. We're going to come down. We'll start in the squat. And then when you're comfortable, push your hips back. We're going to take 1 leg up, level to the floor. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. This is quite intense if you're doing this. But it's totally worth it. Let's check. Okay, let's go to the other side. Take a deep breath. We're pushing your core, your abs together. You're pushing your back against the wall. We're raising that leg up for 10 seconds here. Ooh. Now you could just do this all day and get a great workout. We've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, and you're done. Come up, shake it out. So we have 1 more set of bicep presses, shoulder presses. We'll do 1 more set of squats, and then we'll move on. How are we feeling at home? Anyone have any questions about this exercise?
No questions. There's a few comments. Kaylin is at home watching this beautiful body with a glass of wine in her hand. I hope she's been doing the work.
I'm jealous of this wine situation.
Evangeline over in Australia is still in bed. She's not working out, but she's going to rewatch and do the workout later on. Good girl, Evangeline.
Let us know how it works for you. And again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Tom or myself. We're going to call this one 6.
Again, something asking about the breathing.
We're exhaling up, inhaling on the way down. So anytime you're lifting or exercising, you really want to, if you're not doing anything isometric, exhale on the exertion. So this is where you would exhale. You can inhale here, exhale back up on the exertion, inhale down. Or if you're up for it, you just take a big inhale here and exhale through the entire movement. That was an exhale. Let's do one more. Big inhale, exhale through the movement. This helps you engage your core here as you press up. And let's set that down.
Somebody wants to know what isometric means.
Isometric. So it means you're engaging your muscles without actually moving. So I'm flexing here, so this would be like an isometric hold or squeeze. So there's not really an exertion point, like you're not lifting anything. So what we're doing now with a squat against the wall would be an isometric exercise. So we call this an iso squat, which is short for isometric squat. Because we're not really moving anything, but we're using a lot of leg strength to hold us up here. For breath work, I would just like take 2 deep breaths in and like 2 deep breaths out. You can use your mouth, your nose, whatever is good for you. And again, you have the option to take one leg up. I don't know that I'll be able to talk to you and do that. And every time you exhale, you really pull this in. So it's nice, it braces your body for like a weight load if you're lifting something. How about 10 more seconds?
Somebody adores your shorts and wants to know what the brand is.
The black shorts, these are Charlie by Matthew Zink, and I believe he's having a Memorial Day sale right now, so now's a good time. So is the tank top and these little shorts, FYI. Now I've lost track of what we're doing. Okay. We're going to play with the chair a little bit. So grab your like dining chair, whatever chair you have that's about this high off the floor, that's sturdy. Make sure that the legs are nice and tight. We'll do a push-up here, and then we're going to get into side plank. So if you're new to push-ups and it's not quite something you're comfortable doing, this is a great option for you because you're at an angle, so this takes some pressure off your muscles. So we're here. We come to the top of a push-up. So your body's basically in plank, right? Your quads are tight, your ass is tight, your abs are squeezed. And what we're going to do is inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. You may have to adjust your position. We'll go for 10 here. Now, if this is a little much for you, find something a little bit higher. Like last week, we did this against the wall, a little bit higher. You could do it against a dining room table to get that movement in. Or you can come right to the floor for an old school push-up. Let's do 6 more. And exhale as we come up. Inhale on the way down. Push-up's great. You get to work all of your arms out here, shoulders, chest, core. Okay, great. So now we're going to get into some side plank action. You'll need a towel, pillowcase, something, and just place this on the chair at the edge here. This is I would say, the easier option. So what we'll do is we'll come to the chair, elbow in line with the seat. Step your feet out, and we're going to hold this position. This is a plank. So we're really getting into the side here. You can stay here in an isometric hold, or you can exhale and take your hips up. Inhale, back to level. Exhale, hips up. As you exhale, pull your abs in. This is like a pretty intense side crunch. Let's do 4 more. 2 more. And we'll finish here. I'm going to get the other side. I'm just going to move the chair so we get to see you. If you're feeling more advanced, you can come to the floor here. Actually, I'll show you. Come to the floor, the top of a push-up position, and then move into the side here. And you can do this plank from this position. This is probably the more challenging version. Exhale as you come up. I like the chair because it allows you to focus more on your obliques, on like the side ab muscles. This seems like it could potentially be a fight just to hold yourself up. And I want you to like really enjoy the exercise. So let's go back to the push-ups. We'll do 1 more set of each, and we'll play with some more things. So, we get here, more space. With the push-up, you choose whatever option is best for you, right? We'll come into plank, top of push-up, and on the exhale, lower. I'm sorry, that was an inhale. Exhale, raise yourself up. Here's 3. We'll call this 5, good work. And we'll finish off with 8 and a big exhale. Come up to standing, shake it out. We'll get into side plank 1 more time and we'll try something new. So again, side plank. You want to make sure your abs are nice and tight. I like this version. If this is challenging for you here, you can also bring 1 foot forward. There's so many options for this. You can also support yourself with your hand here if you need it. Let's go for 5. Exhale up. 4. Exhale up. 3. We're exhaling. 2. And last one. Should we switch it up? This is probably your favorite exercise, right? So again, you can stack here. Hips are stacked. Shoulders are stacked. You can go feet stacked or 1 foot forward for more balance. Exhale as you push up. 2, 3. Let's exhale up. Let's get a couple more in. You should really feel this, right? And finish this up. Good, that's great. So grab some water, shake it out. We're gonna do a couple more things, and then we'll wrap it up. So we're finished with the chair for today, but not the towel. What we'll do now is come down to the floor for some core work and some hamstring work. So take a moment, grab a towel, wipe off your sweat. So with the towel, we're gonna start on your back, the towel at your heels. So what you'll do, find a mat or a towel to lay on. Extend your legs forward. I don't know, do I need to move? Okay. So from here, everyone, bring your elbows to your side. We're going to get into the hamstrings a bit here. So what I want you to do is drive your elbows into the floor, lift your hips up. This is a lot of work for some of you. And then we're just gonna pull your heels into your butt and then extend your legs back out. This is where we exhale. And then we inhale as we press out. This is intense, so if you need to like hang out here, you can also do this way. You won't feel it as much, so you really have to focus on activating the back of your legs. This is definitely the ticket right here. And exhale, pull in. Inhale, press out. It's amazing what you can do with a towel, right? You can clean up messes, and you can work on your hamstrings. Let's get 2 more. Exhale to pull in. And inhale back out. Set yourself down. We're going to turn over. Let's come up to seated. So now, we'll just turn over onto our bellies. We'll keep the towel at your feet. And just hang out here. Make sure you're lined up so that your toes are on the towel. What we're going to do now is work on our core a little bit. So we're going to press up into top of push-up. Tighten up your abs. Take a big, big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to draw the knees into the elbows. Tuck your head. Curve up in your spine. And then come back out into this plank position. Let's do this 5 times. This is very intense. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. And exhale 5. Come back to plank. Set your knees down. Take a deep breath. Let's do it again, yeah? You could probably do this from your forearms if that's really challenging for you. Space becomes an issue. Or you could do like a mountain climber. We'll go over that next. So, come back to your back. Let's get into the hamstrings. This is a little challenging, right? Okay. So we're laying down again, on your back, on your spine. Take a deep breath. Pop your hips up, using your elbows to drive into the floor. And on the exhale, pull those heels in. Inhale, press up. Pull them in on the exhale. This feels really good. Take a break at any time. You can just set your hips down. We're only doing 5 here because this is very intense. You should feel this a lot. If you're not used to doing something like this, you could easily cramp up in here. So just be careful. We'll come back down. And if you want to stretch out the hamstrings, you can just reach for your toes a little bit. Hang out here, it feels nice. Shall we get back into the core work, the abs? I'm now realizing that I'm misreading the clock. We're almost done. So we'll finish up with this, and you can do set number 3 on your own. It's military time. Okay. So come back up into plank here. You can come into forearms if you want and do the same thing. It's just a little bit more limited for the range. Do what's best for you. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Curve up. Inhale out. Exhale in. Let's get one more in. Exhale. Press out. Set your knees down. Let's just come into what's called a child's pose. Take your knees wide. Press yourself back. Drop your head to the floor. And just give yourself like 3 or 4 deep breaths here. And let's come back up to plank. Make sure your towel is out of the way. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Fold forward. Drop your head, shake it out. And inhale. Bring it up slowly, dripping here. And guys, just give yourself one big inhale, reach up. Thanks for being a part of this today. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mason 10 and myself. Well done. Have a great night.
Reza, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We had people from all over Europe. We had Olivier in Paris. We had Joey in Amsterdam. We had Lisa Schoon in Barcelona. We had Cheeky Lisa in Wisconsin asking us, she wants to see Tom and Henri join in next week.
Yes, I totally agree.
No, there's enough space, Lisa. Sorry. But same time, same place next week. Reza, thank you.
Great, thank
wonderful.
you.
We're all sweaty just watching you.
Yeah, have a lovely night.
We'll switch up. Yeah.